Hello and welcome to the Roscko Rundown. Today we're going to be looking at this 1989 Ferrari Testarossa. Its current bid is $50,000. Ends in 5 days, 18 comments. All right. Well, first off, this is an interesting listing. We're going to get to it, but trust me, you're in for some reading here. All right. So let's look at our BAT essentials right off the top. Car is located in New York. Always have to check those undercarriages of New York cars and the suspension because those roads are pretty bad. Let's see if there's any Easter eggs in the chassis. I'm not seeing anything here that stands out. All right, we got 28,000 miles shown. All right, let's go ahead and do the math. And in the Ferrari world, that's actually a little bit high. I know it sounds crazy that 28,000 miles would be high, but that's how Ferrari people are. It's weird. Okay, so 2022 minus 1989. All right, we have 33 years, so let's go ahead and divide our math. And we always do this. 28,000 miles divided by 33 years, 848 miles. Not bad. And it's just one of those things. I worked at a Ferrari dealership, and I could tell you, I don't know why the mileage is such a big deal for them, but cars are meant to be driven. All right, so 4.9 liter flat 12. Interesting. 5-speed manual transmission, limited slip differential, black paint, gray leather upholstery, Brembo brake calipers, 18-inch 4-star wheels, Capristo exhaust system, aftermarket suspension, spare aftermarket wheels included, Carfax. All right. So check this out. This is where we get a little bit of drama. It says, this is a relist after vehicle was previously sold on BAT in 2022 and the winning bidder failed to follow through with their commitment purchase. This was not due to any fault of the vehicle. The winner has been banned from future participation on BAT and their buyer fees was not refunded. So, interesting. I wonder why the guy bailed out. But I was reading the comments on this one and people are not so happy about the modifications done to it. Well, first off, I'm going to be honest with you. This is the type of car that I would buy in a heartbeat because I think it looks really sharp. I mean, if you're a purist, of course you're not going to be interested in this. But if you want a car that looks great and has some modifications done, I mean, this is it. And you're going to get a discount because of that. Then this is what I would be looking for, honestly. I love the wheels. The Brembo calipers were not cheap. The black looks really good. Did I tell you that I love the wheels? Now, I know people are wheel snobs as far as like the brands and all that, but you know what? If they look good and they don't fall apart, that's what counts. The exhaust is a very well-known company, Capristo, I believe. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but that's a really good one. Alaska. Is this car? No, this car was in New York, so I wonder why it has Alaska plates. Another question to be asked. So the closest I've ever had, I've seen one of these in person. They're pretty wide. I've also owned a little model, like a 1/8 scale model. And I think they're pretty cool. I don't know how they drive, but I really like how they are. I'm not going to lie, this caught me. And it's funny because on my model, it did the same exact thing. The little letters, which is peeling. I don't know why that one's like that, but it's probably something somebody would want to fix right away. And almost 400 horsepower for its age. I mean, you got to think about that was a lot of power back then. And I actually like the gray interior with the black. I mean, gray and red would look bad. White and gray would look bad. But black and gray looks really good. So it looks like we have an aftermarket steering wheel. I like it. I leave it on there. A gated shifter. I mean, that's always coveted. And then, of course, 28,000 miles. Well, some of the people were upset because it's got aftermarket radios, it's got aftermarket HIDs, aftermarket wheels, aftermarket suspension, aftermarket brakes. It's got a lot of aftermarket stuff. So if anybody's buying this for collection, they would be losing money. So that's why they're staying away from it. And that's what people are saying as far as this particular one goes. These wheels are funky though. If you look at them, they're carbon fiber, which is pretty cool. It's probably way ahead of its time and probably very expensive. But they're not matching. I don't know what's going on there. So, and that one had a chip, I believe. So, I mean, hey, if you could find another set, I'm pretty sure you'd get some good money. I got to be honest here, guys. I looked at the invoice, and it was Steve's Automotive and Welding. I mean, I'm sure Steve does a great job, but again, people are going to be scared about that. So pretty much I jumped into the last two parts of the videos the way I do them. I talk about the listing itself and look at it as a master tech, that I am a master tech. So I'm giving advice like I would tell anybody else. If the car runs fine and you're mechanically inclined, and you could get this for a bargain and work on it yourself and try to just enjoy this car and really drive it, because as far as collection goes, it's very far away from being a collector Ferrari, but it's definitely a great looking car. And to be honest with you, these are the type of cars I always buy, because at the end of the day, when you go to a car meet or you're driving a car, it doesn't matter if it's like 10 out of 10 as far as like restoration. If you enjoy it, that's what counts. Well, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. And again, thanks for watching another episode of the Roscko Rundown.